Welcome to Meg's Motorcycle Journey, where we explore the world on two wheels. This channel will follow me on my journey to become a better rider and explore my love of all things motorcycles. Welcome back to what may be my favorite video yet. So this is the long-awaited install of my Edward Richie Sissy bar. I have posted some pictures of the finished product on my Instagram page, but I promised the video of me installing the Sissy bar. So what I did was have a friend of mine take the Sissy bar to his house in his car. He has installed his Sissy bar as well as the Sissy bars of 2 or 3 of our other friends that ride with us. So he had some experience doing this, and then myself and another friend planned to go to his house, to ride to his house, install the Sissy bar, and then I would be off on my way with a new Sissy bar. So that's what we did. I will warn you now, before we get there, I am not good with tools. I know next to nothing about working on bikes or anything related to vehicles in any way, or even tools in general. So yes, I know before you say anything that I don't know how to use a socket wrench, and that's somewhat embarrassing considering the fact that I'm nearly a 40-year-old woman who owns 2 companies, is an attorney, runs a law firm, has raised my kids, and I don't know how to use basic tools. But I'm learning. That's the whole point of this video. I feel like in order to be a responsible motorcycle owner, I should have at least a base knowledge of how to do some very basic work on my bike. So this is the start of me learning those things and gaining that knowledge. I will be doing an oil change video, which I'm sure will be equally entertaining in a couple of weeks. We were fortunate that even though it was late November, it wasn't frigid, but it was cold. As you can tell, I look bulkier than normal, and that is because I am wearing, I think, 3 shirts or 2 shirts and my heated vest. Because when I left my house, I live about an hour away. It was in the 40s. It did warm up by the time we got there and did the Sissy bar install, and it was probably low to mid 60s. But because I've talked a lot about my heated vest, I also include a little review of my heated vest before I install the Sissy bar, because that's probably my favorite cold weather gear item. I did take the suggestions of some of you and got some California heated gloves. I previously had a pair of heated gloves that were gauntlet gloves, and honestly, I didn't love them. I felt like they were bulky. I felt like I had a little bit of difficulty shifting and with throttle control just because they weren't very giving and they were very stiff. And I much prefer the California heat gloves, but I still don't like that I have to plug them into the bike and run them through my jacket. You saw a little bit of me getting my gear back on at the gas station. I had taken some of it off because I had all the wires and I had to go into the gas station. So I had to sort of restring everything and redress myself, and I just find that to be more cumbersome than I would like. So the ride to my friend's house is really quite scenic. He does live close to where I grew up, and so I know the roads really well. But this was a fun ride. I've enjoyed actually watching myself improve on the bike. I feel like I've come a long way in a year, and that my riding is much better. And those of you that have complained about my lack of gear, I think will be happy that I am certainly fully suited up in this video. but I'm very, very happy with the way that the bike turned out, and I'm planning on some additional mods. But I thought that I would give you guys an honest look at me installing the Sissy bar, even if that's a little bit embarrassing, maybe even a lot of bit embarrassing. So this is us getting there. So I've talked a lot about my heated vest, and here it is. I really like it because it's got a rechargeable battery pack. So if you look in here on the inside, it's got this pocket and a battery pack. So I just charge the battery pack, plug it in, put it in this little zipper pocket. It's not too heavy. It's, you know, a little bulky, but not too bad. And then when I put the vest on, I turn it on by just holding this button. It's got 3 settings: the red for hot, white is medium, and blue is low. And then to turn it off, I just hold the button in, and it will last for 8 hours on low and 4 hours on high. So today's a little chilly, and I decided to ride with this. It is a little bulky, but I can get it underneath of my thick leather jacket, so I would highly recommend this brand. Check it out. Here's the new Sissy bar. I got it from Edward Richie. He has an Etsy shop. He also has a pretty big following on Instagram, and I know a lot of you guys are already fans. I wanted it to be a rose to match my decal, and I'm a red rose girl. So we're gonna try to get it on. It's supposed to be really simple installation. Hopefully that's the case. So it came in a box with 4 screws and nothing else. So we're gonna give this a go. First, I'm gonna take out the ones that came stock. Okay, set those over here. As you can tell, I don't have a lot of experience working on bikes, so I'm learning. It's really surprising. Those screws are actually a lot shorter. I was wondering if the ones that came with it were going to be long enough, but all right. Now we'll see if I can get this one by myself. So, try to line it up on the outside. All right, I didn't think this through because I don't have any of the screws in my pocket. It's not going to stay by itself. All right, let's try this again. Line that back one up. We'll see if I can get this by myself. Might need to call in some help on this one. Hold on, I think I got this going in the wrong direction. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to tighten it all the way tight yet. Try to get some more in. Alright, I'm gonna have to call in some help on this. Either way. Alright, that one's not going. I'm gonna have to probably tighten these more, I think, because I didn't have it in the right spot. We'll see. Maybe not. Okay. Wait, I have to reach in there. It doesn't feel like there's anything there. That one's like not in the hole. Ah, that was the issue here. Probably wasn't in anyway. I don't know that. So to be completely honest, I had a little trouble. Stopped the camera, called in some help. My guy friends that had done it helped me. I think the back plate had slipped just a little bit, and so I couldn't get that one last screw in. But we were able to push the back plate back up into place and screw the last screw in, and the Sissy bar was on tight. I think it looks pretty badass, if I do say so myself. I really think it changes the whole aesthetic of the bike. And here, of course, per usual, I forgot to hook my bag. So here shortly you'll see me pull over, do a little stop, and fix it because I routinely forget to hook my bag. But I really feel like the addition of the Sissy bar makes my bike look like it's coming together. I know a huge part of owning your own motorcycle is making it yours. And I think that me painting the bike, putting the custom decal on the bike, and installing the Sissy bar is a step in the right direction to making the bike what I want it to be. As I've mentioned previously, I still do want to put on a 2-up seat, and I want to do an exhaust upgrade, get some louder pipes. And something that a lot of people have suggested to me, and I wholeheartedly agree, is adding a small riser to my handlebars to bring them closer to me. I do think that the Lowrider S is a better option for me than any of the other Softails, and that it was the most sort of compact bike that I was able to reach all the controls the best that I can at 5'2". But I agree that it would be nice to have a little extra bend in my arms, and so I've added that to the list as well. I do want to add a riser and bring my handlebars a little bit closer. So still have some work to do, but I'm very pleased with how everything went with installing the Sissy bar and the overall aesthetic and look of my bike after I finished it. I think it gives it a little bit more of a classic look. So again, I love these roads because they're roads in my hometown. So I had a lot of fun on these roads. And even though it's into November and there's not as much fall foliage and the leaves aren't as pretty, I still can't help but think that it's really beautiful rural scenery on some of these twisty, fun back roads. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. I also posted on my Instagram account that I was on the hunt for a trailer. And let me be clear, I don't want a trailer so that I can trailer my bike everywhere. If it is warm, I would rather ride every day of the week and twice on Sunday to whatever destination it is that I'm going to, whether that is close or far. And I'm not the kind of girl that is squeamish about staying in places that aren't the best accommodations. I will camp. I won't camp for like weeks on end, but I will camp for a night or two. And I'm okay with facing the elements in a lot of situations, but I do want a trailer because I intend to take trips sometimes in the winter. And while I will ride all year and I will wear heated gear, the amount of gear that I need to take with me on a long trip is more than I can fit on my bike in the winter when I need to be layered up, when I need to have several sets of different types of gear in preparation for the potential elements. So having a trailer will enable me to trailer my bike in December, January, February, March from Maryland to warmer destinations. And I don't want to miss out on those months of riding. And I want to be able to go to bike events that occur during those months. So in addition, I can use it for work purposes. My business, we do fleet cleaning, and sometimes we need large water tanks. So having that will be handy for both work use and personal use. So I will be doing an upcoming episode on purchasing and picking up the trailer. I did a lot of research on trailers to try to determine exactly what would be best and fit both my business and personal needs. And I think I made a really good choice. So that will be forthcoming. And I mentioned that I want to go to Bill's old bike barn. I'm still planning to try to do that. We'll see if I can't potentially fit in a visit with a friend of mine that lives a little ways away, and see if I can't tape some footage and get some pictures while I'm there, because a lot of you have expressed interest in that as well. So thank you for following along. I appreciate greatly all the support. And until next time, ride safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe.